Once upon a time, in a small, quiet town called Dayton, Ohio, lived two brothers with an incredible dream. Their names were Wilbur and Orville Wright. From the moment they were little boys, they were fascinated by the idea of flying. They would watch birds glide gracefully in the sky and wonder, what if we could fly too? Wilbur, the older brother, was always curious, asking questions about how things worked. Orville, the younger brother, loved to build things. Together, they made the perfect team. The two brothers spent hours playing with kites, imagining they were pilots in the sky, steering their way through clouds. One day, after seeing stories about people trying to fly with wings made of feathers, Orville turned to Wilbur and said, "I bet we could build something better, something that could really fly." Wilbur's eyes lit up. Yes, let's build a flying machine. But flying wasn't as simple as it seemed. Back then, no one had ever flown a machine before. People thought it was just a dream, an impossible one. But Orville and Wilbur didn't let that stop them. They believed if they worked hard enough, they could do it. They started small, building gliders. These were machines that looked a bit like giant kites. Wilbur and Orville would run up hills, holding their gliders tight, and leap into the air. The wind would catch the wings, lifting them just a few feet off the ground. They would glide for a few seconds, then land softly in the grass. Even though they weren't flying like birds yet, each time they flew, they learned something new. However, there were many challenges along the way. Some days, their gliders would crash, and they'd have to rebuild them from scratch. Other times, the wind wasn't strong enough, or the glider wouldn't lift at all. But the Wright brothers never gave up. They kept tinkering, adjusting, and testing their designs. They knew they were getting closer to their dream. One day, while working in their workshop, Wilbur had a brilliant idea. "Orville, what if we added an engine to our glider? Just like a car. That way, we wouldn't need to rely on the wind. We could control when and how we fly." Orville smiled. "That's it. That's the key to flying." Excited, the brothers got to work on their next big invention, a flying machine with an engine. They used wood, fabric, and even parts from their bicycle shop to build it. Day and night, they worked tirelessly, making sure every piece fit perfectly. Finally, after months of hard work, they were ready to test their invention. They packed up their flying machine and traveled to a windy place called Kitty Hawk, where they believed the strong winds would help them take off. On the morning of December 17th, 1903, the air was chilly and the sky was clear. Wilbur and Orville stood by their flying machine, hearts pounding with excitement. They had tried before, but today felt different. Today, they felt like they were really going to fly. First, it was Wilbur's turn. He climbed into the machine, while Orville and their friends helped push it into position. The engine roared to life, filling the air with a loud buzz. But as Wilbur tried to take off, the machine wobbled and fell back to the ground. Orville rushed over. "Don't worry, Wilbur. Let me try next." With hope still burning in their hearts, Orville climbed into the flying machine. The engine started again, louder than ever. Slowly, the machine began to move forward. The wind caught its wings, and then, to everyone's amazement, it lifted off the ground. Orville was flying. The machine stayed in the air for 12 whole seconds, just enough time for Wilbur to cheer from below. Although it wasn't a long flight, it was the first time in history that a machine with an engine had flown in the sky. They had done it. The Wright brothers had invented the first airplane, but their adventure didn't stop there. They returned to their workshop, determined to make their airplane fly even higher, farther, and longer. Day after day, they improved their design. Soon, they were flying for minutes at a time, soaring over fields and beaches, while people from all over came to watch in amazement. Thanks to Wilbur and Orville Wright's courage, determination, and never-give-up attitude, the impossible dream of flying had become a reality. Because of their hard work, airplanes were born, and today, people can fly all around the world. As Orville and Wilbur stood on a hill, watching their flying machine glide through the sky, they smiled at each other, knowing they had changed the world forever. From that day on, whenever you see an airplane in the sky, you can remember the two brothers who made it all possible, the Wright brothers and their amazing flying adventure. If you love magical adventures, fun stories, and unforgettable journeys, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a new video. We've got so many exciting stories waiting just for you. So join our adventure and be the first to see what's coming next.